Okay guys, so we're here on the foot. My opponent has the shin on my biceps and the foot on my hip. And that's the position that I don't want to be, because with the feet on my hip, he can really push me away and create space. So I gotta control his belt and step over just to keep his hooks inside, right? As I'm here, it's much easier for me now to release the pressure that he has on my biceps. But I want you guys to pay attention in how I'm gonna go over this leg at the same time that I'm gonna lower my shoulder in order to trap his foot, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move sideways. So I'm gonna release the pressure on my biceps at the same time that I drop my shoulder all the way to his ankle, right? So I'm still holding the belt and squeezing my shoulder towards my hand. Now I go over this leg over here and look to the other side. Now we have this knee pointing outside, which of course avoiding me to pass. So what I need to do now is put the pressure on him. I'm gonna start to use my weight and raise up my hip to get his leg loose between my legs. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna step to the side and stand up, putting my hip as high as possible. So see how the leg is losing between my legs? Now it's time for me to press the leg and just drive my knee inside. So now the thing is, his leg's in the middle, so it's about just to try to keep this leg in the middle. But let's say that your opponent managed to take this knee out one time, no problem, just step out, step in again. So in order to pass, what I'm gonna do is, instead of walking to the side, I just step over. And now I slide my chest to his chest before I let go anything. Last thing is let the hands go and connect to pass. So okay, we're here, and that's the position that I don't want to be, right? With my opponent having his feet on my hip, because he can push my way really easy. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hold the belt and step out and over. One side, same thing to the other side. So as I have his both hooks in, he loses the pressure. Even though he's controlling my sleeve tight, there is no pressure on my biceps. So I can really move over his arm, over his leg, in order to go to the over-under. So what's important is, at the same time that I go over his leg, this shoulder must be really low in order to trap his ankle. So we're gonna move this way. As I get this position is where I'm gonna start putting the pressure on him. This leg's gonna be very loose between my legs, so it's easy for me to push the leg down and trap, using my knee towards his butt. Step over, slide the chest to his chest, let go, and get the pass.
So a couple of quick questions, if it's okay. Number one, you're anchoring onto this hip. This is the underside, but you're still here. You're locking onto this hip here, and really dropping your weight low on my shin here. I got no power to kick.
Yeah.
But this leg here confuses a lot of people, because when you're passing, they're trying to bring that knee up and you're trying to push it down. They think that the leg should be stronger than the arm. So how can you push this leg down?
Again, one more time, is about the weight that I'm gonna put on you, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna drive my weight all the way on top of your body. So your leg's gonna be in the middle of my legs. And the only point that's comfortable for you is when you put your knee outside, because you touch my hip and give you a leverage to support my weight, right? So that's a comfortable point for you. Every time that you get there, I just go over again.
Right.
So it's gonna be like, so you're here. See, every time that I'm here, I'm putting the weight on top of your knee,
still
right?
Pretty comfortable.
So what I'm gonna do is, I just walk a little bit backwards. See, so your knee is not that comfortable anymore. Now it's hard for you to come back, but let's say you manage to come back. Very good. Instead of pressing forward, because now I'm helping you, I walk backwards.
Okay, so you change the angle and I'm no longer pushing into anything.
I just need to make sure that your legs losing, right? Without any point to support, right? If you put the knee and I put my weight against, I'm giving you the support you want.
Right.
So you go back for the same position you were in the beginning when you have this foot on my biceps. That's a really good support for you, right? So when I just take this out, you lose the support, see? You hold my sleeve. So you put the foot on my biceps, it should make you feel. No, on my head. So you're here. So you have full leverage, right? Even though I put your foot inside, you still have some pressure
Right here.
on your shin, right? But now you don't have anymore, see?
Right.
So it's just about how much pressure I put on your shin. I'm putting the pressure, I'm helping you here, right? But if I don't, it's easy to go over.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing, the same concept you should use in order to put the leg between your legs all the time. As the knee points out, stop pressing the knee, walk backwards. Bring the knee down again.
Right.
You know, 1, 2, 3, the guy's gonna die.
So in the last ditch thing that people try and do, you're gonna pass my guard. They hold on to here thinking that if you can't bring this hand up around the neck, that maybe I can find a way out. What do you do when the guy's
The thing is,
stiff-arming?
look, as I said, when I pass your guard, I'm not passing that low. I'm gonna be here, right? And I step over. And then I start to climb my chest. So it doesn't really matter for me if you keep my hand. I can just switch my balance. It doesn't help you because the point is, again, if you walk to a 90-degree angle with your opponent, then this hand's gonna bother you, right? But if you just slide your chest to his chest, the pass is done, right? What's the reason for me to keep holding that sleeve? It's the same question that I answered you before. So it doesn't mean anything having the hand if you don't have the foot on the biceps. It doesn't mean anything you have the hand if the guy is not low enough for you to bring him back to the guard.
Right. Just take your time, chest to chest, more pressure.
Chest to chest is the game, you know. And when you get there, then you definitely pass his guard, right? Where the arm is, you just manage to get a better position for you. As long as the guy is holding something that he doesn't really know what to do, he's just trying to avoid you to do something, you can just capitalize on top of that and get a better position afterwards.
Perfect.